Whether you're working out, commuting to work, laying by the pool, or hosting a barbecue, music is central to our lives and to summer. Over the years, the way we listen to music has certainly evolved. Yinka Adegoke is an editor with Billboard Magazine. He's here to tell us more about how we're listening to music and what we're listening to. Good morning, Yinka.
Hi, Mary.
How has the way we listen to music changed over the years?
Music's evolved really, really rapidly. Remember when we used to use all these devices behind me, my little museum here, to listen to various, physical formats of music. You used to have to own a physical object, right, to say you owned or had access to music. And now we've moved away from, 8 tracks and vinyl and boom boxes, and we moved over to downloads, after the CD, of course. And that was convenient, and that was great for a while, but now we're at the point where we stream music. We stream music mainly through our mobile phones these days. 113 million Americans stream music on their mobile phones last year, which was double what it was the year before. So, the access to music is what people want. They want the convenience. What they sometimes don't want the bill, though. So, if you get a really, a bill shock at the end of the month. And T-Mobile kind of figured this out, and they have a plan called the Unleash Your Music plan, which, in partnership with apps like Spotify and Rhapsody and Pandora and a few others, you can play as much music as you want on your device, but you don't get the extra charge for your data usage.
How has streaming changed over the past few years, and what does it look like in the future?
The way streaming has evolved is before it just used to be like it was difficult to get networks that could stream music, and it was just a question of there was a limit to how many songs had been licensed to be streamed and all the rest. So it was kind of like a dream for the music business. It was a long road, and I've been covering this stuff for about the last 10 years, and it seemed like we'd never get there. But now any of these services have somewhere between 20 million to 30 million songs, more songs than you or I could ever listen to. And it's now getting to the stage where it's not just about streaming the music, it's about the convenience. How convenient can you make it? So something like the Rhapsody Unlike Radio service lets you create your own radio stations and play the kind of songs you want to play, and even play them over and over again if you want that. Trying to make it's all about being as convenient as possible. And you can also test drive stuff go into a T-Mobile store and try out the iPhone 5S, and then you can try out the music services to see which ones really work for you. This is the way things are going now. Making it convenient for everyone. That's where that's what the music business wants, because they know the more convenient it is, the more music we'll listen to, the more they'll get paid, the more the artists will get paid. Everybody's happy.
Do you think we'll ever go back to the old school way of buying music, where you physically had to drive to a music store and buy something off the shelf?
Listen, there are some specialists out there. In fact, we were just talking about it here in the studio. People still buy, vinyl records. Vinyl records are actually doing kind of well in terms of the percentage at which they're growing, but that's not the way most of us listen to music anymore. The vast majority of us, buying things off the shelf will continue to happen. Nothing ever really dies away, but the vast majority of us will listen to music by streaming on these services because it's so convenient. And by the way, just because you stream music doesn't mean you don't own a vinyl player or a CD player, because you might want to, or it might be that the record you own or love is so rare it's not been licensed to a streaming service yet. So sometimes the same person.
There always seems to be a song of the summer, or even a band that we just can't get out of our heads. Who is that going to be for the summer of 2014?
The summer of 2014, the queen of the summer as we've been calling her, is definitely Iggy Azalea, the Australian rapper. Her song Fancy, which you might have heard, is definitely an incredibly catchy song, a fun song, which, you know, harks back to some of the kind of 80s, 90s fun feel with hip-hop music. And it's getting a lot, it's at the top of the Hot 100, Billboard Hot 100 charts. So yeah, that seems to be the song of the summer. She also features on the #2 song of the summer, which is with Ariana Grande, and that song's called Problem.
Well, thanks for your time today.
Thank you for having me.